On the table, we are checking in with the largest LEGO Jurassic World Dominion build, the Giganotosaurus and Therizinosaurus attack build. Hey everyone, this is Dan. Thank you so very much for watching Squirrel Stampede. Always super appreciate it. Look at there, a gigantic, enormous build with two very awesome giant dinosaur builds included. If I can pronounce it, the Giganotosaurus and the Therizinosaurus included, looking great new dinosaur builds, as well as Dr. Grant has returned with a flavor for squirrels, and Grady and Claire, of course, and Ellie's here, all sorts of imagination with this build, excited to get it constructed. So if you're in the world of Dominion and want to see the Jurassic fun, we've got you covered today.
Alan! Jurassic World is cloning plants again, and they've escaped! They're all over North America! We have to go back! We have to save them! Ellie! You've known for years I've moved on from dinosaurs, and have gone to raising squirrels. They are so much more intelligent than velociraptors. Alan! Squirrels? Well, there's no time! You must help me save these plants! Alright. That Dr. Sattler, always getting Alan Grant into trouble. Come on, squirrels.
Squirrel Stampede!
On the table, LEGO Jurassic World, set number 76949, Giganotosaurus and Therizinosaurus attack, 810 pieces. Along with the giant dinosaur builds, we have LEGO minifigures, Alan Grant, Ellie Sattler, good to see them back. Alan has aged a few years, Ellie looks the same. Grady, Claire Deering, Kayla Watts, and Dr. Henry Wu included. On the back, lots of things to see, and the scale sizes of the Giganotosaurus and Therizinosaurus. Inside the box, one landscape booklet of instructions, a small sheet of stickers. Bag 1, 2, 3, 4. What say 5? Or we go back to 4. 3, 2, and 1, 2. Dinosaur builds. Everyone got that? And then let's throw in this too. Plenty to do. Let's get the Therizinosaurus and the Giganotosaurus fighting out of the packs and building.
Alan! What now? If we climb this observation tower, we should be able to discover where the hidden location of Dr. Henry Wu's plant cloning facility is to stop his madness.
Careful, Ellie. The squirrels say it's unsafe up there.
Ah! Ellen!
All right, squirrels. Go use your intelligence and save her.
Run! Alan! This is the facility where they're cloning the plants! I'll stop this madness once and for all!
Ellie, check how many squirrels I can put on this ATV.
Alan? Alan?
And constructed we have the Giganotosaurus and Therizinosaurus attack set. Lots going on with this great build. The largest of the LEGO Jurassic World Dominion sets to find, and with the largest dinosaurs, the Giganotosaurus, which I always have such a tough time saying, and also newcomer Therizonosaurus back over here. Well, what do we have with this sprawling set? First, let's talk about this mammoth helicopter up on top. It's kind of funny when you first look at the box, you don't really notice the helicopter. And come on, how many helicopters have we built now for Jurassic World series? It feels like almost 2 helicopters per movie. So I kind of ignored it on the box, and then when I saw it was included, I was a little bit, another helicopter.
I can only be myself, okay?
But this one's actually a pretty fun build. It's a pretty cool detailed chopper with these side fan wings. And we also have a nice little science kit inside. By opening these side doors up, you can pull out a little tranquilizer gun kit. And we have the Kayla Watts minifigure inside piloting. So it's clearly dwarfing the building too. It is quite large. So I'm okay with this helicopter build. It's kind of fun. But it certainly does take up a lot of space of the set build. Once removing the helicopter, then we can see our primary building here, the corporate headquarters of Biosyn, I suppose. Maybe if they had not used so many pieces for that helicopter, we could have used a few more pieces for this central building, but I think we're okay with this building construction and then this high building lookout tower. Kind of gives you enough of Biosyn. Not seeing the movie yet, not really sure how much this plays out correctly. It kind of reminds me of the Avengers headquarters from Endgame. It was just this tiny little structure, and then in the movie it's such a massive feature. But we have the front entrance here, and obviously if we flip around we can get on over to the backside of Henry Wu's offices, his sinister Biosyn offices. And there is Henry Wu, old school guy, sitting at his desk with a mug of probably tea and a tea or coffee maker back there. I always say the sets with the mug are the better of the sets. I like the shelving back here with these small pieces of amber. We've got several computer screens. This one has got the Giganotosaurus on it, and then over here the Therizonosaurus. We have a little egg table here with extractor and a microscope in the back. So plenty of scientific fun with this set, and several walkie-talkies and tools and wrenches throughout. And then we have Alan Grant on a 4x4. Which I'm not really sure who gets to ride the 4x4 in the show. I like putting Alan Grant on there with the squirrels, which do not come with this set. Then when you're done hanging out at the main sprawling headquarters, you can check out the hide over here, the observation tower. Right now, Owen and Claire are up top looking about. Claire looks a little bit worried there. Not much of a safety rail up top, more of a safety lower rail. And of course, Claire's standing in the worst possible spot because if I pull this here, poor Claire goes down. But luckily she has stud grabbing feet and she's hanging on nice and tight. And placing the pin back in over onto the inner sides. We have some sort of control station or lookout station for things that must be happening around the Biosyn campus. I like the little high tower here. That is a nice little extra piece. I think what makes this set kind of fun is that instead of a typical enclosure or vehicle Jurassic World construction that we typically see, this is kind of like the science building center, or at least that's what I'm pretending it is at this time. So if you're building kind of a Jurassic World table environment set with different enclosures and different vehicles, this can be your science area, and I think it makes for some good adventures. Let's check out the minifigures a little closer. We have the return of Dr. Sattler and of course Alan Grant here. Again, Dr. Grant has aged a few years with a gray beard and a little more reserved button-up shirt, whereas Dr. Sattler feels almost the same. Bringing back minifigures from the past, this would probably be from the giant special edition T-Rex set from a few years ago with the gate, the front entrance to Jurassic Park. There's Sattler there, and there is an old school Dr. Grant. I like how Ellie here is pretty much wearing the same thing with a shirt that's tied down at the bottom. And I guess you could say the same thing for Grant, pretty much the same type of shirt, just no bandana wrap around his neck. So it's good to see some updates to these two included down on the set. As for Claire and Owen, they are pretty much the same what we have seen from the set we had just looked at earlier. I believe all of these guys have face swaps. Everyone but Dr. Grant. And Ellie has that classic gritted teeth look of Laura Dern. Also, of course, Dr. Henry Wu, who also has a subtle face change. And there's Kayla Watts up close with another subtle face change. Everyone seems to have just kind of like a blank stare face and then just kind of like a face. So a good cast of minifigures with this build, but what we are really looking forward to are the dinosaur builds, of course.
It's over, Dr. Henry Wu! My friends and I have stopped your evil plan of cloning ancient plants and taking over the world!
I'm afraid you're too late. As you see, I am a cloned prehistoric plant creature and will take over the world. Hold on, squirrels. Hold on, you can't get all on at once. Oh.
So let's start with the Giganotosaurus. Looks simply huge. Look at this giant dinosaur, probably the largest of Lego dinosaur builds. It's those spines going down the back that really gives this dinosaur some height. And maybe the sage green with the charcoal back really makes this one stand out. It really continues the theme of why do they always go bigger. A quick comparison in scale with the T-Rex from the previous build we had worked on, the T-Rex and Atrociraptor's breakout. You can see it's got a little bit more height. I believe those are the same legs being used for the dinosaur. Yeah, those look about to scale, but the back torso body piece is where the extra height comes in. There are no studs on the back here to lock anything in on top, but it gives you an extra inch, maybe 2 inches of height there. And you can see the head is also a little bit larger, a little bit spinier, a little more menacing. And it looks like its arms are about the same as the T-Rex. That's interesting to see, as I thought the Giganotosaurus had more muscular arms, kind of like our old friend Indominus Rex. So there's an Indominus Rex. This might be, I think this is the original Indominus Rex from the first LEGO series, I believe. The other one I have is tucked away somewhere. So again, you can see that the Giganotosaurus is a little bit taller than the Indominus Rex, as the Indominus Rex was a pretty similar scale to the T-Rex, just with more spikies going down her back. But you can see these way more muscular arms going on. I think they used those with the Baryonyx and a few others. Those may have been more in line with the Giganotosaurus, I'm not sure. I'll have to study those arms a little more on her. And yes, you may have noticed the Giganotosaurus is using the Indominus Rex headpiece. The same headpiece, only painted differently. Almost kind of hard to notice just by how well they've painted these. A stark white Indominus Rex matched up with the detailing of the Giganotosaurus, and a lot of scarring going on in this dinosaur too. This headpiece, though, does in fact look like a Giganotosaurus's head, so it's a pretty good fit. So you can see she's got great scale, she's quite the figure, and quite the signature piece of this build. Of course, though, she's not alone. We've got a Therizinosaurus, way cool. So the Therizinosaurus here with squirrels on her back, not really in the set, these squirrels, they just like to play from the LEGO City sets. This dinosaur here probably uses the main torso of the Baryonyx, which we have seen before. We'll bring it out in just a second to compare. We've got raptor-like feet with the claws up, and then we've got the Therizinosaurus special with these really cool claw arms. 3 claws coming out the front, finger claws, and it is quite a menacing looking creature. Interesting studying up on her. I don't believe they found the head, but they found her arms and a little bit of her body to kind of speculate this is what it would look like. Not sure how they figured it had a beak. A little more feathery. A little more late in the period of the Cretaceous, but really these are the most funnest dinosaurs because we move away from the T-Rex and the Stegosaurus and all the classics and start learning about new dinosaur finds. In fact, is this even considered a dinosaur? It may not, I have to look again. So comparing a few other dinosaur builds with this one, my first would be to show off the Baryonyx right here, and I think there were a lot of people back in the day that said, oh, those are the wrong legs for the Baryonyx, it's got raptor legs. And this Baryonyx has those more muscular arms again. One is popping out, and this guy's kind of standing up a little high right now. I like it down a little more. But they're the same similar body style, legs, tail, everything, just a different head. But you can see where they're getting the parts from. And of course the ultra scary Indoraptor here, also with the same torso body style, feet, arms. Arms are like the Baryonyx here, and of course the classic Indoraptor head. Showing some dust, by the way. So you can kind of see the scale we're working with the Therizinosaurus. If you have built some of those sets from before, that's what you're looking for with the Therizinosaurus. But these dinosaurs are the total showcase builds of this set. You can almost forget away about the little Biosyn headquarters and the tall observation towers and just enjoy these 2 dinosaurs. They are great. It'll be fantastic to see what they will be up to in the new movie. So what do you say for the Giganotosaurus and Therizinosaurus attack build? Pretty spectacular. I had a lot of fun. If you liked today's video, please give us a squike, a squirrelibe, squamit. What is your most interesting part of this build or other builds from Jurassic World Dominion? Thank you so much for watching. As always, don't forget to check out Squirrel Stampede Gaming. Something always strange is going on there. Maybe someday something with dinosaurs too. Thanks so much for watching. That's what I have to say about that.
Alan! Alan! What now?
We did it! We did it! We defeated the horrible Dr. Wu and his plant cloning to take over the world!
I'll be back. Science always prevails.
Oh no you don't, Dr. Wu! Even if I have to ram this helicopter into you! You old-timers certainly have some interesting plot developments.
This is driving me mad. Your Muppet personalities do not match each other's mechs. Let me switch you.
Me, 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 me.
Imbecilic Squirrel Stampede for getting that wrong.